What if you killed someone, but you don't remember doing it? What if you have no control over your own actions? Today's story is based on this scary idea. This story follows a girl named Jane. Jane is suffering from deep depression, so she decides to try hypnotherapy to feel better. At first, everything seems fine, but soon very strange things start happening to her. She cannot remember why these things are happening. From the outside, it looks like someone else is controlling her without her knowing. So who is doing this to her? That is what we will discover in today's story. Without wasting any time, let's begin. We are presenting Hypnotic. The story starts with a woman named Andre Bone. She looks very scared and nervous. She quickly calls a detective named Wade, but the call goes to voicemail. Panicking, Andre runs toward an elevator, trying to escape. Suddenly, her phone rings. The call is from an unknown number. As soon as she answers, Andre feels something terrible. She feels as if the walls of the elevator are slowly moving closer to her, crushing her from all sides. She starts screaming loudly in fear. The scene then changes. We see Jane, who has come to a party at her best friend Gina's house. Just by looking at Jane, it is clear that she is unhappy and depressed. Her ex-boyfriend Brian is also at the party, and the two talk for a short while. Their conversation feels uncomfortable, showing that something painful happened between them in the past. During the party, Gina tells Jane that she should visit a psychiatrist, just like she did. She introduces Jane to Dr. Colin, who is also at the party. Dr. Colin is a psychiatrist who helped Gina overcome her fears. Because of him, Gina now has a job, a home, and a stable life. Jane, however, does not seem very interested in talking to Dr. Colin. But Dr. Colin clearly takes interest in Jane and even gives her his visiting card. Later, while going home, Brian offers Jane a ride. During this time, we understand that something serious happened between them in the past, and this may be the reason for Jane's depression. The next day, Gina again tells Jane to meet Dr. Colin. Jane says she is fine and asks why she needs a doctor. Gina gets angry and tells her the truth. She says Jane is always sad, always depressed, and doesn't even have a job. After a lot of convincing, Jane finally agrees to meet Dr. Colin. During their meeting, Jane opens up about her past. She tells him that she and Brian studied in the same college. Later, they got engaged and Jane became pregnant. Sadly, she suffered a miscarriage, and soon after that, they separated. Since then, Jane has been unable to move on and has stayed depressed. Dr. Colin tells her that pain and loss are a part of life, but we should not stop living because of them. He suggests that Jane try hypnotherapy. At first, Jane refuses. She says she does not want to give control of her mind to anyone. Dr. Colin calmly explains that hypnotherapy does not mean losing control. Instead, it helps a person understand and control their subconscious mind, which controls emotions and behavior. After listening to him, Jane finally agrees. Dr. Colin asks her to lie down on the sofa and slowly puts her into a hypnotic state. During the session, Jane sees herself standing in a quiet forest. When the session ends, Jane feels lighter and calmer. For the first time in a long while, she feels better. Before Jane even realizes it, 3 months quietly pass by. During this time, she continues her hypnotherapy sessions. Slowly, her life begins to improve. She finally gets a job, starts feeling useful again, and for the first time in a long while, she feels genuinely happy. It seems like the therapy is working, but something is not right. Ever since Jane started hypnotherapy, she's been having strange dreams. In these dreams, she sees herself sleeping next to Dr. Colin. The dreams feel very real and deeply uncomfortable. They confuse her and make her uneasy. Because of this, Jane becomes scared and decides to stop going for hypnotherapy. For the past few weeks, she avoids Dr. Colin completely. One day, while shopping at a mall, Jane suddenly runs into Dr. Colin by chance. They talk for a while, and eventually they decide to have dinner together. During dinner, Dr. Colin asks her why she stopped coming for her sessions. Jane lies and says she has been busy lately. She also tells him that she has started ignoring her ex-boyfriend Brian. Dr. Colin tells her that avoiding problems is not a solution. He advises her to face her past instead. He suggests that she should invite Brian to her house for dinner and talk openly with him. Jane agrees and decides to follow his advice. She invites Brian over for dinner and then goes to the store to buy groceries. While standing outside the store, her phone rings. It's an unknown number. The moment she answers the call, something strange happens. The next thing Jane knows, she is sitting at her dining table at home. She feels confused. She remembers small broken moments, but she cannot understand how she got there. She doesn't remember leaving the store, driving home, or cooking the food. Suddenly, she hears a strange sound coming from the bathroom. When Jane goes to check, she is shocked. Brian is lying on the floor, struggling to breathe. He is choking badly. Jane knows that Brian is allergic to sesame seeds, and it looks like there was sesame in the food. Without wasting time, she quickly gives him an allergy injection and rushes him to the hospital. Jane stays by his side the whole night. The injection saves Brian's life, but his condition remains very serious. The next day, Gina comes to see Jane and asks what happened. Jane tells her the truth. She says she was outside the store buying groceries when she received a phone call. After that, everything went blank. The next thing she remembers is being at home and finding Brian on the floor. She has no memory of what happened in between. Feeling scared and confused, Jane once again goes to Dr. Colin for hypnotherapy, hoping it will help her understand what is happening to her mind. That night, she has the same disturbing dream again. Dr. Colin sleeping beside her. Jane wakes up suddenly, frightened and shaking. She goes to the kitchen to drink some water and tries to calm herself. That's when she notices something. Her eyes fall on the grocery list she brought from the store. Written clearly on the list is sesame oil. Jane is shocked. She knows she would never buy sesame oil because she is fully aware of Brian's allergy. Now Jane focuses deeply and tries to remember. Slowly, broken memories begin to return. She remembers receiving a call outside the store. The voice on the phone sounded very much like Dr. Collins. He said something to her, something she cannot fully remember. After that, it felt as if her mind went blank and someone else took control of her body. She also remembers adding sesame oil to the food herself. But Jane knows one thing for sure. She would never do that on purpose. This is when Jane starts to feel that Dr. Colin may be behind everything. She immediately searches for him online. She reads news articles, reports, and old records. What she finds completely shocks her. Many women who had taken hypnotherapy from Dr. Colin experienced similar strange incidents. Some lost control of their actions, some blacked out just like Jane, and some of them died. One of those women was Andre Bowen, the same woman who died inside the elevator at the beginning of the story. According to official reports, her death was recorded as a heart attack. Jane tells Gina everything she has found out about Dr. Colin. She explains the strange phone calls, the memory gaps, the sesame oil, and the women who died after hypnotherapy. After hearing all this, Gina is terrified. Together, they decide that they cannot stay silent anymore. Both of them go straight to the police station and meet Detective Wade. The moment Jane mentions Andre Bowen, Detective Wade takes them very seriously. He tells them that he was the same detective handling Andre's case. According to official records, Andre died from a heart attack. But before her death, Andre had told people that she felt like something was crushing her from all sides. That intense fear likely caused the heart attack. Detective Wade warns Jane clearly. He tells her to stay away from Dr. Colin at all costs. He says that man is extremely dangerous. Jane and Gina start leaving the police station, but just before they step outside, Gina suddenly tells Jane something shocking. She says that she herself went for hypnotherapy with Dr. Colin earlier this week. This makes Jane panic. The very next day, Jane comes up with a risky plan. She decides to secretly record Dr. Colin during a hypnotherapy session. She turns on the voice recorder on her phone and goes to meet him. Jane knows that she never remembers what happens during hypnosis, so recording his words is the only way to find the truth. Dr. Colin seems surprised to see her. He asks why she suddenly decided to come back. Jane lies and says that she has been feeling mentally disturbed and wants to calm her mind again through hypnotherapy. Dr. Colin agrees and starts the session. After it ends, Jane leaves his office and sits inside her car. With shaking hands, she plays the recording on her phone. What she hears completely shocks her. In the recording, Dr. Colin again asks why she came to him. Because Jane was hypnotized at that moment, she answers honestly. She tells him everything. She says she came to record him because she does not trust him anymore. She tells him that she knows he killed Andre Bowen. She also tells him that she and Gina went to the police station to report him. Jane freezes in fear. Her plan has failed. Now Dr. Colin knows that both Jane and Gina know the truth. Jane immediately tries to call Gina to warn her. But before Jane can reach her, Gina receives a call from Dr. Colin himself. On the phone, he calmly says only one sentence: "This is how the world ends." The moment he says this, Gina loses control over her body. She starts seeing spiders everywhere, even though there are none. She is completely out of her senses. Because of this hallucination, Gina and her husband lose control of their car and die in a terrible accident. This tragedy completely breaks Jane. She blames herself for everything. She feels that Gina died because of her mistake. Guilt consumes her. Meanwhile, Detective Wade starts investigating Dr. Colin more deeply. He goes through old records, past cases, and patient files. What he discovers is deeply disturbing. The last 4 women who took hypnotherapy from Dr. Colin all look almost exactly the same. Andre Bowen was one of them, and Jane looks just like them too. Now Detective Wade wants answers. He goes straight to Dr. Colin's office and confronts him aggressively. He asks how it is possible that every woman who comes to him for hypnotherapy dies within a few days, and why all of them look identical. Dr. Colin says nothing, not a single word. That same night, Detective Wade visits Jane at her house. He warns her to be extremely careful. He tells her not to answer calls from unknown numbers and not to meet anyone outside. He promises her that he will catch Dr. Colin very soon. After giving this warning, Wade leaves. But the moment he does, something terrifying happens. Dr. Colin forcefully breaks into Jane's house. He looks at her and calmly says one word: "Stop." The moment he says it, Jane's body freezes. She cannot move. She cannot scream. No matter how hard she tries, her body does not respond. Jane is completely under Dr. Colin's control. Dr. Colin tells her not to be afraid. He says he is doing all of this for her. He says that Detective Wade is coming between them, and just like Gina, he will kill Wade too. Dr. Colin looks at Jane and calmly tells her to relax. The moment he says that word, he turns around and leaves the house. As soon as the door closes, Jane's body gives up. She collapses onto the floor, completely weak. After a few moments, she slowly regains control and struggles to her feet. Her hands are shaking, but she knows she has to act fast. Jane immediately tries to call Detective Wade. She wants to warn him that Dr. Colin is coming to kill him. At the same time, we see what is happening at Wade's house. A woman quietly enters his home. She looks calm, but her eyes are empty. This woman is not a stranger. She is one of Dr. Colin's former patients. She has been sent to kill him. Without saying a word, she suddenly attacks Wade and stabs him in the stomach with a knife. Even though he is badly injured, Wade fights back. Using all his strength, he grabs a heavy box and hits the woman on the head. She collapses to the ground unconscious. Wade survives, but just barely. The next day, we see Detective Wade lying in a hospital bed. Jane comes to visit him. She is filled with guilt and fear. She tells him everything: how Dr. Colin broke into her house, froze her body with a single word, and openly threatened to kill him. While talking to Wade, Jane suddenly gets an idea. She realizes that maybe another hypnotherapist could help her. If Dr. Colin used hypnosis to control her mind, then perhaps someone else could hypnotize her and discover what he has done to her subconscious. Jane goes to meet a different hypnotherapist and tells her the full truth about Dr. Colin and everything that has happened. The hypnotherapist listens carefully and agrees to try helping her. She gently hypnotizes Jane, but the moment Jane falls into hypnosis, something goes terribly wrong. Jane suddenly starts choking, as if invisible hands are squeezing her neck. She struggles to breathe and panics. The hypnotherapist immediately stops the session and wakes Jane up. She tells Jane that she cannot continue. The hypnotherapist explains that Dr. Colin has placed a fail-safe system inside Jane's mind. This system is designed to protect his control. If anyone else tries to enter Jane's subconscious, her body reacts violently. She also explains that Colin has planted multiple trigger words in Jane's mind. If those words are spoken, Jane will instantly lose control and fall under his hypnosis. However, before sending Jane away, the hypnotherapist secretly does something important. She places her own hidden failsafe inside Jane's subconscious. She tells Jane that when the right moment comes, this hidden protection may allow her to fight back or break free from Dr. Colin's control. Later, we see that while Jane was under hypnosis with the other hypnotherapist, she saw the address of a house in her mind. When Jane wakes up, she writes that address down and starts searching for it on Google. After searching many times, she finally finds the house. It belongs to a man named Xavier Sullivan. Jane looks him up online and finds something shocking. Xavier Sullivan was a psychiatrist who worked with the police in the 1960s. He helped them put false memories into people's minds. He was also part of a secret project called MK Ultra, which focused on mind control. Suddenly, Jane remembers something important. Dr. Colin once told her that Xavier Sullivan was his mentor. Jane now believes that Xavier Sullivan might be the key to stopping Colin. So she goes to the address she found. But when she reaches the house, she sees something disturbing. Inside, she finds photos of Dr. Colin and his wife. His wife looks exactly like Jane. Just then, Dr. Colin appears. He tells Jane the truth. Xavier Sullivan was not his mentor. He was his father, and he is now dead. Colin also tells her that his wife died a few years ago. Since then, he has been trying to replace her. He looks for women who either look like her or smell like her. The women before Jane were close, but not perfect. According to Colin, Jane is exactly like his wife, the way she walks, smells, and looks. Jane tries to run away, but Colin looks at her and says, "Sleep." The moment he says it, Jane falls unconscious. At the same time, Detective Wade receives a call from Jane at the hospital. Jane cries and tells him that Colin has locked her inside his office and asks him to come quickly. Wade rushes there with his entire team, but when they search the office, nothing is there. In reality, Jane is not in Colin's office at all. She is still in his house. Colin is using hypnosis to make her believe she is somewhere else. Then Wade discovers the truth. He learns that Dr. Colin is actually the son of Xavier Sullivan. He immediately finds Xavier's address and rushes there, realizing too late that it is actually Colin's house. Inside the house, Colin is dressing Jane in his wife's clothes. He plans to marry her that same day. Jane cannot move her body at all, no matter how hard she tries. Suddenly, Jane realizes something. She has seen this room before, in her dreams. Colin tells her those were not dreams. They were his wife's memories. This room belonged to his wife. He explains that he has slowly been putting his wife's memories and emotions into Jane's mind. After the wedding, he plans to put all of his wife's memories into her brain, so Jane will become his wife completely and love him. Just then, Colin hears the sound of the front door opening. When he goes to check, Detective Wade attacks him, but Wade is already badly injured. Colin overpowers him, beats him badly, and leaves him almost dead. Meanwhile, Jane uses all her strength to fight against the hypnosis. She reaches Colin and shoots him. In the next moment, Jane wakes up and finds herself in Detective Wade's arms. Wade tells her that Colin is dead and everything is over. He calls her, "My love." The moment Jane hears those words, she suddenly wakes up completely. We are then shown a past scene with the other hypnotherapist. That hypnotherapist had secretly planted a failsafe in Jane's mind. According to it, whenever Colin said the words, "my love," Jane would instantly break free from his hypnosis. Now Jane realizes the truth. She is not in Wade's arms. She is in Colin's arms. Everything she just saw was another illusion. Jane attacks Colin and runs to Wade, who is lying badly injured on the floor. Wade tells her that there is a gun near his leg. Jane grabs the gun and shoots Colin, killing him for real. Soon an ambulance arrives. Both Jane and Wade survive. Sometime later, we see Jane living a new life. She is successful and happy with her job. However, her ex-boyfriend Brian is still in a coma and has not woken up. With this, the story comes to an end. Hypnosis and trigger words are real. There are words that can make people lose control when they hear them. If you have ever experienced something like this, share it in the comments. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. For more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.
अब आओ ना फिर से मिल जाओ ना फिर से जलाओ ना मुझे मिटाओ ना यूं दिल से अब आओ ना फिर से मिल जाओ ना फिर से जलाओ ना मुझे मिटाओ ना यूं दिल से कोई प्यार ना दे यूं जैसे मुझको चाहती है तू ज़माने के जैसी न बन मेरे यार जैसी है तू ज़माना जलाता मुझे लगाती गले फिर से तू मैं गिर के उठा हूँ अभी हर चीज सिखाती है तू मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के हूँ रोया मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के हूँ रोया 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 ख्वाहिश मेरी रह गई तुझसे मिलूं मैं कभी तुझको मैं प्यार दूं और बेशुमार दूं दिल तो जला है बहुत इसकी सजा है बहुत फिर भी तेरा ही रहा मेरी नहीं मानता जितना भी चाहूं तुम्हें मिलना है दर्द मुझे होता है क्या इस तरह कोई भी इश्क यहाँ तुम जो मेरी ना बनी किसको बताता फिरूं ये दाग दिल अपना किसको दिखाता फिरूं वक्त बदलता है सबका तुझको तो इसका पता था फिर मुंह क्यों मोड़ गई थी मुझको यूं छोड़ गई थी साथ निभाना था मैंने दिल भी जलाना था मैंने फिर क्यों मेरी ना बनी थी और ये सजा बन गई थी जिसको मैं जीता रहा था ये दर्द पीता रहा था ऐसी निशानी है तू ऐसी कहानी है तू मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के, रोया मैं लिख आया कहानी अपनी जो बीती जिंदगानी, अपनी जो खोया मैंने है वो खोया मैं रात जाग के, रोया रोया रोया। अब इसके पार है तेरा मेरा ठिकाना, अब इसके पार है तेरा मेरा ठिकाना, अब इसके पार है फिर तुझसे दिल लगाना, अब इसके पार है।